Hey guys, Justin Gundam here, and this is kind of a similar video to the Building Gundam FOP. Script writing. Script writing is probably one of the hardest, and there's a lot of the hardest parts. Sound editing is pretty hard too, but just did a video about that. But script writing is fairly difficult for Gundam Father Piece, and I can admit that my script writing, my story writing has gotten better from part 1 to part 2 of episode 1. And that's kind of how it goes, A real Gundam series being produced by Bandai or something like that would have tons of writers who know Gundam in and out, know what works, what doesn't work. I've tried to collaborate with a few people, but then I end up with people who have very firm ideas that they want to happen, but don't really fit in the Gundam universe. And it's pretty hard to say no over and over and over and over. So I've found it easier to just really do a lot of it by myself, though I would love to have somebody who knows Gundam as well as I do. But in order to write Gundam Father Piece, you practically have to be a walking Gundam Wikipedia. And I am a walking, talking Gundam Wikipedia, so that helps. I do a lot of research in my episodes for them. I watch just about every Gundam anime that there is, particularly the Universal Century ones, but not limited to that. And I study portions of it that you guys probably never would. When I was building Bradburn Base over here, I can't tell you how many times I played the Gundam games, looking at how their Federation bases were designed. I can't tell you how many times I watched the first episode of Gundam 0080, which has a Gundam base, and how many times I watched Gundam 0083's earliest episodes. Just in set designing, I do a lot of study and I do a lot of research. And so, yeah, a lot. I read the mangas, I look at the mangas, I analyze how the bases are set up, I think, how can I build that? I also pay attention to the lines used in the series. And so right now, at the making of this video, I'm going to be scripting what's going on in Bradburn Base's command center when they come under attack. And I wrote an early version script, but I wasn't exactly... it's missing something. So as part of my research, I'm going to rewatch the first episode of Gundam 0080 when a base comes under attack. I'm going to watch Gundam 0083, if I didn't say that, also Gundam 0080. And I'm going to probably watch some Gundam Wing, because you have a lot of surprise military attacks in Gundam Wing, and see how the base commanders give their orders. So, a lot of research goes into my scripting. And some of my scripting is fantastic, and some of it isn't always fantastic, but I always give it my best. And that's all you can do. The hardest part of doing a project like this is that your skills as you go develop and get better, but you have to resist redoing everything you did yesterday, because you could do it so much better. There's explosions in part 1 that I wish I could reanimate, just because I could do it so much better. But the original picture files, the video files still exist, but the picture files are long gone. Long gone, because I don't have that much storage space. Gundam Father Piece, Episode 1, you put most of the files together, you probably have 250 gigs of information, if not more. And so most of that a lot of it's been deleted off my external hard drives to make room for the next 250 gigs of Episode 2. And so, yeah, I'm busy scripting Episode 2. A lot of the episodes, I have it all played out in my head. I've watched it hundreds of times in my head. But the actual word-for-word script, sometimes it changes from time to time, and it changes as the series goes. Sometimes it's a bit of a mix between I think it out ahead of time, I know what I want to do, I know what I want to happen, and then I play it through in my mind, refining it for months. I've been working on Episode 1 in my head for years, And so, and then episode 1 ended up longer than would fit in a half-hour time slot. So half of episode 1 is now episode 1. The other half is now going to be episode 2. And while most of episode 2 is figured out in my head, I'm dreaming up episode 3, which is Odessa. And so for the next year, I'm going to be dreaming up Odessa. And there's still a lot to dream up. I know the main points that I want to happen, but lots of thinking, lots of dreaming. Lots of playing Gundam games and thinking, how do I build sets like these? Watching the anime and such. It's just I put a lot of work into this. I do. I probably eat, sleep, and dream Gundam. And, yeah. But it's worth it. I like watching it. I do. And I like your guys' feedback. I like hearing what you guys like and how much you like it. And at some point I'll probably ask for people's ideas on what I should put into the series. Knowing that I'll get some zany ones, but every once in a while I get a good idea from somebody and it works its way into the series. But yeah, I do a lot of research. I put a lot of time into this. A lot of time. So actually I'm going to quit this video now because I have to go watch a bunch of Gundam anime as I script things out for episode 2, because episode 2 is now in the works. There will be a trailer coming out for episode 2 pretty soon. I don't have a release date for episode 2, but the trailer for it is done, and it's very cool. Well, hope you enjoyed the vid of some of the background information of what goes into the creation of an episode for Gundam Father of Peace. Later.